Hey everybody, it's your girl Luna Cat, and today we're going to watch some spooky videos together, courtesy of our friend Nuke Top 5. Now the reason why I wanted to do this video today is because my last two videos were of course about ghosts and the paranormal. The thing about that is you might think I'm a full-on ghost believer, but that's not quite true. I have personally had some experiences in the past, but since then I've grown to be a little more skeptical. And for good reason. Of course, most of my experiences happened in my younger youth, and now I'm an adult. And of course, we have to apply logic to things as adults. Now, that being said, I like to call myself a skeptic believer because of my past experience as well as all of the experiences that other people have experienced in the world. So why not watch some videos together and maybe debunk a couple of things that we don't think are quite paranormal. There are some people out there who can fudge some things with, fishing wire or even using editing. Let's jump into this and see, what things we can believe and what things we don't. Maybe we get a little spooked out of it as well. Let's go.
A few months ago, a woman named Rosanna bought an old apartment somewhere in France and moved in with her two very young children and her 13-year-old cat, Loli. But almost immediately after moving into the new place, her cat begins to act very strangely.
Yeah.
The cat, Loli, aggressively hisses and snarls at something that Rosanna can't see. Now, Rosanna says that the cat had never done anything like this before they moved. So as a single mother, Rosanna shares custody of her children with their father. So one night when the children are away at their dad's house, something happens that makes Rosanna's blood run cold.
No. C'est pas possible, ça marche pas. Ça marche. I'm so fucking scared. Shut up.
Few things to note here. Okay, she hears what sounds like her child in the playroom. There's nobody in there. And then she starts hearing the stereo go off. And then her drawers start opening. And it doesn't look like there's any cuts in this video. And she flips over the stereo after flipping with all the buttons. There's no CD in it. For all you young kids out there, that's called a boombox. Yeah, I'm dating myself here. And then she flips it over to check for batteries. And it sounds like it's coming from it, but it's hard to tell because there's a lot of chaotic noise going on. So a little questionable, but still quite spooky and definitely up there for some unexplained stuff going on. So let's keep going.
Even though Rosanna is completely alone, she hears her young daughter's voice calling out to her from the children's bedroom. The voice repeats, "Mama," over and over. But strangest of all, the voice seems to be coming from an old radio that doesn't even have batteries inside. After this absolutely terrifying experience, Rosanna decides to share her story online in search of advice. She also calls for help from a local priest. The scared mother is now desperate to try absolutely anything to get rid of the sinister entity that seems to be haunting her home. But nothing seems to help. In fact, it just gets much, much worse.
Look at its eyes. Oh my god. How the fuck do you get a mannequin like that? Okay. Okay, it's a little spooky. It's like the eyes are following her. The head is following her. Oh my god. Throw the head out.
It's pretty difficult to put into words how disgusted I am.
On its own and seems to follow her with its eyes as she moves around the room.
Nope.
Children and decides to stay in the home all alone. Eventually, she becomes so scared that she starts to only sleep in the apartment's living room. But then, late one night, Rosanna hears her cat Loli angrily snarling at something in the hallway just outside the living room door. What happens next is downright chilling.
Nah, hell nah. Get out. I would be out that door.
Oh, hell no.
I'm sorry.
Loli.
Where's the cat? You and the cat. Go. Okay. Whew. Turn the light on. It's moving.
What the hell is even that?
Oh my god, it's right there behind the door.
Laisse-moi. Loli. Oui, Loli.
She under her table?
After this
Calling
very
her cat.
disturbing incident, Rosanna says that she became seriously ill.
All we
and
can do
spent
is
the
pray
rest of the
for her.
night throwing up.
But
She
still,
says she
it's
is absolutely convinced that the old
this is
apartment
real
she owns
shit.
is haunted by a demon. For now, she stays at a hotel with her cat until she can hopefully afford to move somewhere else.
This could all be, staged. That could be just someone in like all black. But at the same time, how quickly it moves from down at the hallway to like midway to the doorway is pretty scary. That one actually got me. I got a little chill, a little spooked. This is wild. This is wild. Like this one gives me belief. There's, the skepticism of, okay, with the dresser. That could all be like little motors. But who has the for that? That's a single mother with a kid and a cat. Who has time to make up all this? I don't.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
As she's currently seeking legal action against the people who sold her that apartment. A Nuke's Top 5 viewer who wishes to remain anonymous, we'll call her Jane, reached out to us about a very creepy experience she had in her family home in Norway. So while Jane is in the basement grabbing some tools for her brother, she hears something that puts her on edge. She hits record on her phone as she investigates, and what happens next is truly bizarre.
Hallo? Det er ingen der. It's not people in here. Fuck. Det er ikke folk. Hallo? Ok. Hva faen?
She's in Sweden in a garage. I'm sorry not to doubt her, but that noise sounds like a goat screech.
Det er faktisk ikke artig. Hallo? Så, liksom... Ok, jeg må ta hvert
Jane hears several weird screeches coming from somewhere near her in the basement. And then as she leaves, the door seems to slam shut on its own. But did you see it? Jane looks into a mirror 2 times while walking through the basement. The first time, there's nothing out of the ordinary.
Nothing there.
But the second time, something seems to be standing in the door.
That is a little harder to explain. It's out of focus, but everything around it is. So that's where I'm a little skeptical.
Now again, Jane says she has never posted this video anywhere online and wishes to remain anonymous. So I have to leave it up to you. Do you think Jane captured something paranormal? And if not, then just who or what is this?
It also, doesn't really have a very defined shape, and it's really light in the center area, almost like hands. You could probably throw this into Adobe and throw a blur mask over that section. It could have just been a person standing there. Again, I'm not trying to doubt her experience, but I'm just going at this as a debunker who wants to believe, but a little iffy on this one.
Up in smoke. It's around 11:30 at night, and Jocelyn is working in a smoke shop in central Alabama when she hears a noise coming from the back of the store.
Guys, I'm working by my fucking...
Okay, before we get too far, they work in a cannabis store, so be mindful there's some 18 plus stuff in this video, but I'm excited about this because I used to work in a smoke shop as well for 10 years, and that place was, I don't want to say haunted, but it was spooky. There was some stuff that happened in that store that I could not explain. The scariest thing that happened to me, though, was when the mice got in. I fucking hate mice. So.
Myself, and I hear a noise in the back. Bro.
Something can be seen moving around in the storage area in the back. After posting the video online, shocked viewers asked Jocelyn to check the security footage of the camera in the back. Now, whatever this is, it doesn't show up on camera. But about 4 hours later, in the middle of the night, when the store is closed and empty, this happens. At around 4 in the morning, a ladder falls over by itself and a pillow seems to appear out of nowhere and just drops down the stairs. Now, Jocelyn says that she was so shaken up that she has no intentions of ever returning to work at the store and might actually just quit her job. But is this real paranormal activity caught on camera? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide.
Okay, let's talk about this one. At first, because of the chaosity of the back room, which, ironically enough, most bong shops are some form of chaotic. From experience, I know this. A lot of back rooms for bong shops are not very organized or neat, and can be chaotic, so I get that. Let's hop back here. My first thought when I saw these clips was the broom falling over with such a chaotic space in that back corner here where it's just looks like construction materials. As someone who dealt with mice are small. We don't have rats where I live, but in most other places in North America, which this place looks like it is, they might have rats. And a rat walking along a wall next to a broom could possibly knock a broom over because they're big and they don't care. At first, I think this is a rat. Then we see this kind of dark blur moving that's super hard to catch on camera. It is catchable because you can see it in a few frames, but you can't tell what it is. It's just a blur. So, it's possible it could be something else. Let's take a look at this again.
Something can be seen moving around in the storage area in the back. After posting the video online.
So the blur also looks pretty translucent, which is also where there's a little concern. Yeah, this one is a possible ghost.
And shocked viewers asked Jocelyn to check the security footage of the camera in the back. Now, whatever this is, it doesn't show up on camera. But about 4 hours later, in the middle of the night, when the store is closed and empty, this happens.
Okay, and then the other thing is with these two situations, the pillow falling down the stairs as well as the ladder falling over, this looks like a room, and that ladder does not look like it was beside the doorway but over the doorway. So possibly, even though the camera stayed at 4 in the morning, we don't know what happened prior to catching this footage and after. There could be someone or something like a rat in that room that knocked that over. And there could be someone upstairs who threw the pillow down the stairs. Again, this is all me questioning the validity of this, not to doubt this person's experience so much that they're going to quit their job, but definitely have to have a little bit of a logic brain. Especially someone who is interested in the paranormal, it's important to go in to paranormal situations with a logic brain. Because if you don't and you go in a full believer, every experience that you're going to experience is likely going to be paranormal to you. Now, the other thing that can really affect your experience is your belief. Some have theorized that if you believe in the paranormal, you're more likely to experience paranormal activity. Whereas if you don't go in and you are doubtful, you are not going to experience anything. And that belief in the paranormal could fuel their activity as well. So it's kind of a weird area. Now, let's hop into the next one.
Too close for comfort. Amateur paranormal investigators Jared, his brother David, and a friend get together one night to investigate Jared's own house in Blackpool, England. You see, Jared claims that he has experienced some creepy, unexplained events in the house.
I'm sorry, I have to stop. But you read his shirt? It says, "Blow me for luck." Okay, this sure got me.
So Jared's brother David is holding an SLS camera with built-in night vision when he walks through the downstairs area to see if the camera maps out any strange figures. But then something happens that absolutely freaks out everyone.
Using the night vision camera of the SLS, so that's why they're still behind me, because we don't want to keep mapping them. Exactly. We want to see what we can map ourselves.
So walk around the rooms here, we never know. We caught some mobs in the last time.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see some of them.
Never know.
We're back.
It's not on to the KT, yeah.
KT?
Yeah, I've got Jim Anderson doing the KT, he's got a couple of lights on it, you know, so we don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, well, all we can do is just keep going past and say, whoa!
What the hell? Did I just see something, or am I imagining it?
I don't know, let's go.
What the hell? I don't know. To me it looked like a face. Dave?
I thought I saw something.
That was really quick, really spooky.
As David pans around the living room, he captures what appears to be a bizarre pale face peeking out from behind the door to the hallway.
Just keep going past and say, whoa!
What the hell?
The group looks through the house and even attempts to debunk what they just saw, but they can find no explanation as to what this is.
This is a tough one. Because as someone who's just kind of getting back into digital art, I don't know for sure if this could be something that is added in some like After Effects. Now, that being said, they're using a night vision camera and it's showing in monochromatic scale. Now, if we look at this image here, there is a face. Doesn't seem like a real, like a proper face though, right? You know what I'm saying? Is like this nose is wide here, but this eye socket looks like the face should be on like a profile, as well as the mouth it just doesn't seem proportionate to a real face. So there's some possibility that this is something unexplainable, or this is someone's attempt at digitally editing this in. Again, not trying to discredit these people's experiences, but they are on YouTube creating paranormal content. And when they don't experience something, sometimes they might elaborate things. So claim that they see a face and go search the house when there is no footage of that and then edit it. Again, I don't think that's what these people did, but there is a possibility that someone might do stuff like this to gain viewership. This one here, a little iffy on.
Is it easy? No. Do I like it? No, I don't. But do I do it? Yeah, I do.
Antoine's Restaurant. Isabel Riley recently told a very creepy story online and followed it up with one of the creepiest pictures you'll ever see.
I need to tell you guys about the most insane evidence that I have ever seen of a ghost existing. Backstory. I was at a company get-together with my CEOs, my coworkers, and one of the owners of the company. Well, looked at us and was like, hey, do you guys want to see a ghost picture? Immediately, yes. He begins to tell us that he was in New Orleans at a restaurant called Antoine's. New Orleans, first of all, super haunted city. If you know, you know. And Antoine's is one of the oldest restaurants in the city, one of the oldest restaurants, I believe, in America. It has a lot of history. It used to be a jail. It is a really well-established place, has been around forever. So he's dining at this restaurant and he is offered a tour of the wine cellar. The wine cellar is huge, has thousands of bottles of wine, probably worth millions of dollars. So he's taking a tour of the wine cellar, he's taking pictures. There's this guy in the wine cellar on a laptop who is apparently at auction buying more rare wine for the collection. My CEO takes pictures of this guy on his laptop, doesn't think anything of it, he doesn't see anything, leaves the restaurant, calls it a day. The next morning, he's looking through the photos and notices something. So this is the first picture that he showed me from the wine cellar. You can see this guy who is on his laptop at auction doing whatever. And here is the next picture that he took.
Oh my god! What is that?
So we all see that. That is a full body apparition. It looks like a woman in this like black Victorian dress. And when I was showed this, I genuinely had full body chills.
So just who could the creepy alleged ghost woman dressed all in black in the photo be?
Okay. I wasn't expecting this kind of picture or evidence. It's hard to see it because she is filming it or taking a picture of a phone. So we're looking at a screen of a screen. You know, you're watching us on a screen.
When the dream experts go in, they attempt to take the subject to a dream within a dream. Like a taco within a taco? A double-decker taco supreme. Exactly.
I don't know. This one's tricky. I have no debunking. I do. Okay, so first of all, we don't know the metadata for this photo, so we have no clue if it's edited. There are some very talented editors out there. To say that this CEO had time to edit this photo just to show his staff, we don't know what people's motives are. That being said, I mean, New Orleans is a very, very old city. It sounds like a very old restaurant too. I mean, yeah, this is definitely something that could happen. Full body apparitions are pretty rare to capture on camera. Even rarer to see it in person. And usually you see one or the other. So you might catch it on camera, but you won't all see it with your eyes. Or you might see it with your own eyes, but you might not capture it on camera. There's always been the skepticism on like that, because like if you don't see it in person and your camera picks it up, it begs the question is it really your camera picking it up or someone editing that in? The other thing is he was filming through a window with bars on it. It looks like he's shooting through glass, so there could be a possible reflection being picked up somewhere. But again, not to discredit the CEO's experience, just a little questionable on how valid this is. Though I do enjoy the fact that this full body apparition does have a very period outfit on, very much from a different time, which would be pretty elaborate to find someone to put this on. Also, was just intrigued by her stance. Her hands are like this or like this, and she's kind of looking down, which could also really, kind of tie into the period that she's in. It doesn't seem like a standard mannerism of someone today, so you know what? I believe this one.
For that, we go into the history of the restaurant.
Oh, we're getting history. I love it.
Opened his restaurant all the way back in 1840. Then in 1875, Antoine passed away when he was only 55 years old. When he died, he left his wife Julie in charge of the restaurant. So could this be Julie's spirit still looking over the restaurant from beyond the grave? Well, let me know what you think.
Alright, Nuke, this is what I think. That does look like that woman. Though the hair looks a little different. Weirdly, just because of how small and like, just from how unclear the photo is, the woman kind of gave me this face. Like, it's hard to see her up close, but that kind of looks like her face. This is a tough one. But Nuke, I have no real major debunking. So yeah, let's watch the next one.
By Felicia. One night, Felicia Hall is out on her back deck playing with her dog when things get weird.
Just leaves the dog outside. Look at the dog. Where's the dog
Out
going?
of nowhere, Felicia hears something that sounds like someone whispering right in her ear. Something that says, "Get out." As you can tell in the video, Felicia is absolutely terrified and screams and hurries back inside, leaving her dog to wonder what just happened. So did Felicia get an angry supernatural warning? You decide.
Okay, Nuke, here's my opinion on this one. I don't know. I mean, the dog didn't react to anything. The dog was obviously in its own world. If we believe, just like the first video, that animals have, you know, ability to see in other realms, don't you think the dog would have reacted as well? The dog reacted to her scream. I don't know. It's a tough one. There's no visual cues. Yeah, I don't know. This one, I would say maybe they have a Ring camera where they can talk through it. Maybe that's what she heard was someone messing with her and said, "Get out." I don't know. You can also just set up a recording somewhere. Again, not to take away this person's experience, but I just have to debunk because that is who I am as a person. I needed to look for the logic. Someone could have had a speaker set up and then, played a YouTube clip of "Get out." Or even said it, because I think I'm doing a pretty good job of imitating it. So, I don't know. We only see what's in the screen. So what was captured was obviously security camera footage, and we did see some bugs flying around. Tough one. It was a tough one. They're all tough. Because, there's some pretty convincing shit out there. Some of it is believable. Okay, let's watch the next one.
Revenants and renovations. A man who works as a nurse at the IMSS hospital in Manzanillo, Mexico was taking a tour of the recently renovated Clinic Number 10. Now, the old hospital was built in 1932 and has seen its share of death and suffering for over 90 years. So, the nurse is filming with his phone as he walks through the renovated clinic. Later, when he reviews his footage of the old hospital, he spots something that sends a chill down his spine. Something resembling a small pale face can be seen peeking around the corner in Clinic Number 10. The man is shocked. He says that he never noticed this strange face while filming. The man's aunt posted his video to the internet, and many viewers believe that he might have captured the spirit of a patient who passed away at the old hospital.
This is another one that makes me question how good someone is at editing. The reason why I have an issue with this one is the color of the skin. If we go look back, her face, or this face, its face, is the same color as the wall. The way it moves as well just doesn't sit right with me. I don't think this one's believable. There's not a lot of context to this video as well. It just says he's in an old hospital that has been renovated and he's walking through it, but that's about it. Like, you could hear he's breathing heavy. Hey, it's Editing Luna here, and I've reviewed that footage enough times to know now, in my opinion, it looks like a piece of paper. It looks like someone cut out a picture, taped it to the edge of a wall as a prank, and you can see as the camera pans over a few times that it is flat. So that's my opinion. Tell me what you think in the comments down below.
This next creepy story has been going viral and actually made international news. So, TikTok user Katie Santry from Columbus, Ohio woke up one morning to find that things in her home office seem to have been mysteriously moved around.
I think my house is haunted and I'm freaking out. Like, I'm literally shaking. This is my sunroom. This is where I work. I sit here every day. There's a playroom here, doors here. This is the space. I worked in here last night until about 6:30. Everything was fine. Shut my laptop. We close these doors so the dogs don't come in here at night. No one is in this room. I'm down this morning to work. The screen shattered. This stuff down here. This hanging off. Here's the next bit of important information. So we're building a fence. Then back here, we dug a hole. There is a rolled up carpet buried underground that we came across.
Girl, you got the dead body and you just woke it up. Now it's pissed.
As we were digging this hole. Rolled up carpet. Who the and why the is there a rolled up carpet underground?
Katie shares a strange story online, and viewers suggest that there just might be something more buried in the yard.
Oh, are they digging it up?
That rug.
How deep is that? Like at least 2 feet?
Almost, yeah.
Oh, right now.
At the intense urging of
Oh,
thousands
call
of
the
video
cops.
comments.
Ahora solamente queda una solución. Hay que llamar al 911.
I would not have
Katie
kept
decides to call
digging
the
it.
police to check out the rug.
Good, good.
Just in case.
Oh, man, yeah, I see the tassel on it. It's at the end and geez, I don't even know.
You think that tree was planted to hide it too?
It's 6 feet long.
Oh yeah. No, there's just something like weird.
Now, Katie says that she thinks the rug is a bit strange, but she doesn't really think it's anything suspicious. That is until Columbus detectives
The color
arrive
of
at her
that rug?
house with cadaver-sniffing dogs.
They brought the dog. Oh God.
Hell no, to the no, 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 hell to the no.
I'm fucking shooketh. Oh my God. No, they're both signing.
I am shooketh.
Both signal and sit on the area where the rug was found,
No.
indicating that the dogs believe that there is a body there. And this is when
No
Katie's cast about paranormal haunting and a buried rug starts to get a bit out of control. In fact, Katie's story becomes international news.
No, no, mm-mm, mm-mm, no, 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 hell no, 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 I refuse, no.
In a series of videos garnering millions
No.
Katie Santry shared she may have discovered a body buried in a rug in her yard.
The entire thing
Oh my
blew up on
God.
TikTok this week.
The investigation stemming from social media. Police in Columbus saw a woman's TikTok showing she and her husband found this rug buried in her
No.
yard. She reached out to police. Well, police showed up with cadaver dogs. Even after the first dog sat, I really didn't think the second dog was going to do it too. I thought maybe it was just an accident. And when the second dog did it too, I freaked out.
I think it is absolutely crazy for something to happen like in our area like this.
Understandably,
Holy right now.
overwhelmed as a homicide team arrives at her property to dig.
This is crazy. Okay.
It might not mean anything yet.
Okay.
Wait and see what
They're gonna dig it up too. Oh my God.
results are.
Okay. Oh my God. So
Yeah.
here,
No.
and now CSI is bringing the shovels out.
So I decided, oh shit, buddy, I gotta dig a little deeper.
And I can see news camera set up over there.
Oh my god.
Okay, they're digging. They've been digging. And there's 6 of them. Some of them are in the hole.
Katie's viewers watch and wait for hours as the homicide team carefully digs out and examines pieces of the stained carpet.
You guys, they have recovered the hole, and this has been the most absurd, insane
Your
experience
body?
of my life. What did they find? No, they didn't find a body. They found a mother effing rug with some rubber. The question remains of why did the dogs hit? I don't know. Both dogs, not just one, 2. I don't know. The other question remains is who broke my laptop?
So, Katie is happy with the news that the Columbus homicide team has
there's no
not found
body?
anything suspicious buried with the rug. But viewers that followed Katie's story and even some news reporters are just not completely convinced.
Okay, so the update is they took the rug.
Okay.
Police did. They did not find a body yet.
Yeah, what do you mean yet?
Because the dogs marked on the rug, so there has to have been a body at some point.
I don't believe for a second they didn't find anything in that rug.
Me either.
Not for a single second. I think she was posting too much about it, so they decided not to tell her what they found. Or, because they took it away for forensics, it was a murder on the rug, no body.
Oh,
that's for a second there was nothing on that rug.
So even though police say the rug was fine, there's still some skepticism and some outright conspiracy theories about that rug.
Okay. What the Can you imagine? How long did she live there? Couple of years? She could have lived there for a few months. She could have just moved in. She didn't say how long she lived there for. At least I didn't catch that. I was a little shook at some point there. But the fact that she experienced some weird activity, that like no one got into this room, the fact that she like experienced some paranormal activity where her desk's all disheveled and her laptop was broken and there's a hole in her yard where there is a carpet buried about 2 feet underground, to this whole big blow up because she calls the police, which is what I would have done. I'm sorry, no ma'am, I am not digging up a carpet and exhuming someone's body. You know, that's like, that could be, you know, tampering with a crime scene of some sort. But at the same time, I also wanted to know what was in that rug so badly. She didn't get to see. She was just told what they found, which was apparently nothing. Which, you know, a conspiracy for the cops to cover up because there's a lot of media attention, especially social media attention, is a little far-fetched, but at the same time, why was there a rug buried 2 feet underground? That makes no sense to me. No ma'am. No siree bob.
No ma'am. No ma'am. No ma'am.
This is crazy. Craziness that two dogs reacted to this whole area. Now they dug up the carpet, but they didn't dig the whole area out, did they? And what that girl said, yeah, there was possibly a murder that could have occurred on the rug because of the dogs triggered from that.
What do you think?
I don't know, they've got to...
Matty Magarachi says that his house in Monroe Township, New Jersey is very haunted. In fact, Matty has been posting about the strange activity in his home for over 4 years. One night, Matty is home alone with his dogs when strange things start to happen.
What's going on?
Matty's parents are away on vacation, leaving him all alone in the house, and something else happens.
Knocking is something that I am pretty iffy on. Especially if you've lived in the house for a long time and knocking just starts happening. You might want to check your plumbing. Also, air pressures. Trees up against the windows, branches. Like, there could be a squirrel sitting in a bush with a branch that maybe isn't really supporting its full weight, and then it decides to scratch its ear. And you hear like a bop, 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 bop. Sometimes my cats lean against the wall and then scratch themselves, and I hear that.
Blood run cold.
Okay, animals reacting.
Is that?
Wait, hold on.
is that? What the fuck was that?
So these are just a couple of the many videos that Maddie has shared online.
I have to go back. I don't know what you saw.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know.
What the fuck was that?
So these are just a couple of the many videos that Maddie has shared online over the last 4 years. So could it be that Maddie's house is actually haunted by something? Or is it all just
That
a
doesn't look
very
like anything.
elaborate hoax? You decide.
Okay. I'm sorry, but the last one, like, that looks like someone, like, the door is open. The door is open. And they probably have a hook with a hoodie or something, like a bag hanging on it. And it looks like it's peering out the door. Yeah. Nah. Yeah, nah. That one, debunked. Don't believe it whatsoever. I'm so sorry to this person who's probably spent 4 years creating spooky videos, but that one didn't get me. Dogs barking downstairs could have been barking at a squirrel. That wasn't anything. I'm sorry, I have to go back because like
Shared
that doesn't look
online
like
over
anything.
the last 4 years.
Show me it again.
So could it be that Maddie's house is actually haunted by something?
Zoom in.
Or is it all?
Go back.
Be that Maddie's house
See
is
this.
actually haunted by.
What is that supposed to look like? What are you trying to show me? Like, it kind of looks like an owl, maybe? Or is that like half of its face? But it doesn't move. So, nah. Yeah, nah. Yeah, no, yeah. Bud. Bullshit, that one. Send her back to Granny's house. Spook someone who actually believes this shit.
Stop it. Get some help.
Alright, folks, so that's the end of the video. I don't know what I believe yet. Some of these were questionable. Other ones quite believable. The carpet and the cadaver dogs, that was wild. So thanks for joining me on this video. Make sure to head over to Nuke's Top 5's channel to give him some like, watch some of his videos, and make sure to subscribe to him. But also don't forget about me. I'm the one here with you today. You're here with me. So please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Bye.